Lions fans, gather around! Today's news is a whirlwind of emotion and strategy, with our Detroit Lions at the center of it all. After a nail-bitingly close game against the San Francisco 49, we're left pondering the tough decisions made by Coach Dan Campbell. And hold on, there's more! Ben Johnson, our offensive genius, makes a surprising move that's got the whole NFL talking. If you're ready to dive deep into these game-changing moments, hit that like button and let's unravel the stories behind the headlines. First, let's dissect the recent game's crucial decisions. The football world is buzzing about Coach Campbell's choices, with experts like Tiki Barber and Tom Brady weighing in. Did analytics play a role, or was it pure gutsy coaching? This could be a defining moment for Campbell's career with the Lions. In the high-stakes world of NFL football, a story unfolds around the Detroit Lions and their head coach, Dan Campbell. They recently faced a crucial challenge in a game against the San Francisco 49, but lost in a close match, 34-31. This story is filled with insights and opinions from football experts. Tiki Barber, a former New York Giants star and now a CBS Sports NFL analyst, shared his thoughts on a radio show. He said, "Take the points when you can get the points. Dan turned into a math guy. The analytics tell you to go for it in those situations, and it cost them. It's easy to criticize him, but math has taken over our sport. Not just football, but all of them." Adding to the conversation, Peter King, a well-known football writer, mentioned in his Football Morning in America column, most teams over the past decade have built staffs of football analytics people, with pipelines to the coaching staff, and urging from management for coaches to use the work of these brainiacs. King also brought up a point about Bill Belichick, a legendary coach, noting his distance from analytics. Being lukewarm at best to analytics could be a big reason Bill Belichick, thought by many to be the greatest coach in NFL history, seemingly won't receive his next coaching gig before 2025 at the earliest. Tiki Barber, speculating about the influences on Coach Campbell's decision-making, added, "I think someone is telling him to do it. They all have these guys. They all have someone sitting up there with a protractor and a calculator telling them, the percentage says this." That's what this league has turned into. Tom Brady, a retired quarterback icon, shared his perspective on his Let's Go SiriusXM show and podcast. He remarked, "I would have taken the points had he been coaching the Lions." He acknowledged Campbell's aggressive mentality throughout the season. Barber concurred with Brady's observation, but also offered a bit of forgiveness for Campbell's approach. "Here's why I forgive him, though," Barber said. "He's been doing this all year long. You can't just all of a sudden say, it worked in the divisional round, it worked in the wild card round. They did it all season long. It's just philosophy. It's what he believes in." Despite the outcome, Campbell's efforts in leading the Lions to a successful regular season and nearly reaching the Super Bowl cannot be overlooked. However, the way he responds to this loss and the decisions made in the game could be pivotal for his future with the Lions. Both Barber and Brady suggest that perhaps in hindsight, taking the safer points might have been the better choice in that critical January game. Switching gears, we're looking at Ben Johnson's unexpected decision to stay with the Lions. Despite being a hot commodity in the coaching market, he's committed to Detroit for another season. What drove his choice, and how will it shape the Lions' future? In the exciting world of NFL football, Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, made a surprising choice. He was super popular and many people thought he would become a head coach for another team, but he decided to stay with the Lions. Tom Pelissero, a reporter from NFL Network, shared that Johnson told two teams looking for a head coach, the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks, that he's not leaving the Lions just yet. He will be with them for at least one more season. Everyone thought Johnson would probably go to Washington. ESPN's Adam Schefter even talked about it, saying he wasn't sure if Johnson would be the new head coach for the Commanders. It's a bit of a mystery whether Johnson didn't want the job or if Washington had someone else in mind. But it looks like Johnson himself chose to stay put. Johnson is only 37 years old and has done an amazing job in Detroit, so it's not a big risk for him to wait for another chance to be a head coach. He's going to be a very popular choice again next year. The Lions almost made it to the Super Bowl but lost to the San Francisco 49. It seems like Johnson wants to try to win a championship with the Lions and their head coach Dan Campbell one more time. Meanwhile, the Commanders talked to another candidate whose team just got out of the playoffs, and now he's probably the top choice for their head coach job. That's today's Lions news, folks. From strategic debates to loyalty and ambition, our Lions are more than just a team. They're a saga unfolding right before our eyes. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more gripping Lions updates. Together, we'll ride every high and low of this journey. Go Lions!